Some of the coolest snakes in the world never even get bigger than a pencil, and most of them are hiding in your very own backyard. So in this video, we'll go over a list of 7 snakes that stay very small. Our first mini serpent of this list is the earth snake. These little guys max out at about 7 to 10 inches, and most of them are mistaken for worms. They have smooth scales, dull brown coloring, and spend most of their lives underground or hidden beneath leaf litter. They're completely harmless and they have no interest in biting. Instead, they slurp up little earthworms and other soft invertebrates. And because they're fossorial, meaning they live underground, most people never even realize that they're walking right over one. Number 2 on the list is the lined snake. Now this snake looks very familiar to you because it looks just like a baby garter snake. These snakes rarely exceed 15 inches and are known for their clean white stripes running down their backs and bellies. The really cool thing about these lined snakes is even though they're a very small species, they still give birth to live young, which means that they're ovoviviparous. They're surprisingly tolerant of most urban environments, and you'll often find them hiding under flats, stones, boards, and even compost piles. Being a maximum of 15 inches, having live young, and just looking really cool, it would have been my favorite species on this list, but I think the next one's very cool. Taking the 3rd spot on this list is the smooth green snake. They're endemic to the northern and central parts of the US as well as southern Canada. These beauties top out at about 10 to 20 inches long and they're covered in bright green emerald scales. The vibrant greens help them blend into grassy habitats, which is where they reside the most. Unlike its cousin, the rough green snake, which is considerably larger, this one prefers ground cover over tree branches. You'll find them in meadows, woodlands, and even damp fields. These snakes are so small that they can't really even eat rodents, so what they do eat is soft body invertebrates like spiders, slugs, worms, things like that. Smooth green snakes are sensitive to chemical exposure and habitat loss, so if you spot one in the wild, it's always a good sign because it means that there's a very healthy ecosystem. Speaking about worms, number 4 on the list is the worm snake. This snake definitely lives up to its name. It's very smooth, it's shiny, and it barely even grows over 10 inches. It has a pink underside and it has a tiny shovel snout for digging and a tail that ends in a sharp point. It's basically mimicking a worm, and the reason why its tail is sharp is to brace itself underground. Most people never see this snake, but not because it's rare or because it's endangered or anything. It's just that most people are walking right over it and they're not even realizing that there's a snake under their feet. They live deep in the soil, and unless you're digging for one, you probably won't find it. While we're still on the subject of worms, number 5 on the list is the thread snake. It honestly looks more like a millipede instead of a snake itself. These snakes max out at about 6 to 8 inches and they're almost completely blind. They live underground feeding on ant and termite larvae, and they spend nearly their entire lives out of sight. When disturbed, they just burrow right back into the dirt. So you've probably even seen one of those too and you just thought, oh, it was a worm, but it was actually a snake. Alright, enough with the worms. Number 6 on the list, and you've probably heard of it, is the Dekay's brown snake. This one is a true backyard classic, especially if you live more in like the eastern US. They're basically the pigeons of the snake world. You can find them in alleyways, old buildings, forests, gardens, grasslands. You can find them everywhere. They only grow to about 12 to 15 inches, and they mainly feed on snails and slugs. So if you find some in your garden, leave them alone. They're your natural pest control so you don't find that slug digging through your tomatoes or whatever, I don't know. If you grew up flipping rocks in the central to eastern United States, this is probably something that's part of your childhood. Anyways, moving into number 7 on the list is the ringneck snake. Now it's kind of tough for me because I love color, especially like orange and red and everything like that. I'd still probably say the green snake is my favorite, but the ringneck snake is also a showstopper. This snake is named for the orange and yellow ring around its neck, and also when you flip the underbelly, you'll see a lot of yellows, oranges, and reds. Some of them will have more of red or oranges, while some will just be completely yellow. It honestly just depends on what part of the US you're looking for them. These snakes max out at about 15 inches, and they're very shy, secretive, and they're quick to coil their tails when threatened. The little coiling behavior that you see just exposes their colorful underside, which, just like dart frogs in the Amazon rainforest, it's basically a threat display to show other predators, hey, I'm colorful. It probably means I'm poisonous or venomous or something like that. Studies have shown that they do have venom to subdue their prey, kind of like hognose snakes or garter snakes. But just like the studies that are being done on those snakes as well, the venom doesn't even affect humans. So if you find one in the wild, don't worry. The most you'll probably get from a ringneck snake is getting musked on. What was your favorite species on this list? Comment that down below. And if snakes aren't really your thing, well, that's completely fine, because I have other videos of 7 micro species that do great in 10 to 20 gallon enclosures. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video and you have a blessed day.